Brap. Brap. Hello, hello, Icon. Welcome to post GCX. I'm back, everyone. I'm back. I'm back. I am back from GCX, and I am back from being destroyed by Baphomet himself. That's him right there on the screen. You see that? Arrow's pointing right there. That's Baphomet. That's him. Anyways, chat. I have a bit of an issue. Everyone knows the issue. I mean, everyone saw Dado's tweet. I think it was a tweet. I don't know. I don't use Twitter. But now that GCX is over, now that now that you know Destiny is over, GCX is over. What do you do? What do you do anymore? Right? What do you do? And I don't know. I don't know, chat. I don't know. I don't know what to do after GCX. You play Lego Batman. No, I mean I like Lego. I used to play the old Lego games all the time. Final Fantasy, dude. You're asking me to play Stormblood. You understand? You're asking me to play Stormblood. That's like torture. The heck? Have fun? Okay, but like, chat. My goal before I retire my YouTube channel is to hit 10,000 subscribers, right? And, you know, that's a little hard. Hashtag justice for Popoki. Dude, I got the Wayfarer Delta on, bro. Got the Wayfarer Delta. New expansion comes out in January, you just gotta catch up. You're asking me to play Stormblood, and I am not inclined to play Stormblood. I'm so sorry. Anyways, hi William. Welcome to the stream. I know. William, I have a question. What did you eat? What did you eat at Universal? What did you eat? You have Destiny after GCX, and you just have fun with friends for triumphs for 100% completion? How was GCX? I was robbed. I was winning the Sparrow Racing tournament championship, and I got robbed by the ball. Got robbed by the ball. You got Voodoo Donuts. Well, you see, William, we why am I hearing audio twice? I don't know why. We got Voodoo the next day. Returning to the scene of the crime. So William, I have been replaying Quantum Circuit. And I haven't gotten that bug to be repeated yet. I've been trying. I cannot get it to happen again. It is like a 1 in 1 million chance thing that happened. Solar Ray. Okay, so chat, at GCX, I was competing for the Sparrow Race Championship. The stream is still up from GCX. You can watch me, yes me, live on stage, do the Sparrow Racing Championship. I absolutely annihilated it and won by miles in every single race I was in, except for the final race. In the final race, I was first in both the first and second lap. The announcers even said that the race was basically finished at this point. But I got hit by a bugged client-side ball at the third lap, right around the final RNG corner. And that made it to where I lost the race and lost the entire championship because of one singular RNG client-side ball. And as I continue to play Quantum Circuit over again, I've yet to have that happen a second time. The chance that that even happens to you once in your time playing SRL is so little. The fact it happened during a live championship is quite ridiculous. How the fuck do you see those thick ass bangs? Dude, how do I do VTubing with bangs? My VTube model has my bangs. You just get used to it. Like, I don't know if you've had bangs before, but you just sort of stop seeing them after a long time. They just get phased out of your mind. Like, I used to be blonde, so like my VTube model is like kind of me if I was still blonde. Kind of like how you don't see your nose. Exactly. Oh, and chat, they had us racing on blue Wayfarer Delta Sparrows. The whole tournament was interesting. Them switching the finale map right at the last second, causing everyone to panic and not be able to like do well or perform at all, was so bull. Like, they actually just need to do a rerun next year, because like they messed up the tournament so bad. Like, the fact that the qualifier rules changed midway through collecting the qualifier statistics is just ridiculous. Like, chat, when I did the qualifiers for the championship, we had a different rule set than everyone else who went through the qualifiers, because they changed the rules for the qualifiers halfway through. It's like, if you were at GCX, which by the way, multiple people came up to me and said they knew me from my channel, and I signed people's stuff. One of you guys got a signature from me, all right? I don't know if you're here anywhere, but one of y'all knew me. But like, man, did I just get shafted. Anyways, chat, one of you in the crowd here has my name and signature on something. I forget exactly what they asked me to sign. No, it was a Desert Perpetual poster. The Desert Perpetual poster. Hey, you're out there somewhere. And I will find you. I will find you. Chat, there are 3 Popoki signed items from GCX. There are 3 of them. I was gonna go, but I'm unfortunately broke and don't have a passport. This is real. This is real. If you guys ever see that signed thing, I signed it on the Desert Perpetual Hydra. He told me to sign on my favorite Desert Perpetual boss, and so I did Hydra. We love epic DP Hydra. I'm also in like the final picture of GCX where they took a picture of everyone in the crowd. Like the final picture of the Destiny community. I'm there. I'm on the top right. I'm not gonna point it out, but I'm there. But yeah, GCX was really cool. You're never gonna believe it, chat, but I saw Mactix, chat. I saw Mactix. Oh, they put me on Quantum Circuit. They better not have, bruh. I saw Mactix. He egoed me the first time. But the second time, I shook his hand, chat. I shook Mactix's hand. Did you ask him? Ask him what? Hand in marriage? No. Did he know you? I came up to him and I said, "Hi, I'm Popoki, you don't know me." And he responded with, "Now I do." Which is funny because he comments on my videos creepy messages, and they're still publicly up and available to everyone to see because he hasn't taken them down. But it's whatever. I thought it was funny. I guess he just didn't want to be found out. Llama is a cool guy. Llama's a beast. And CB Gray is the only one I got a signature from because I only wanted it from like the absolutely most raddest people, and CB Gray was like the GOAT. Did you ask what lol this was cute means? No, because it was like super late. We were at like the base of a hotel. It's like the hotel bar thing. If anyone's at GCX, you know about the hotel bar. You're at the base of the first floor of the hotel, and he was like in the doorway leaving with like Dado, and I came up and did that. So like I wasn't gonna take his time to like ask him stupid questions like why'd you call me cute like a year and a half ago. Chat, I'm a real human being, and they're real human beings, alright? You gotta be nice to people and kind to them. Going up to Mactix and saying, why'd you type a message a year and a half ago and call me cute? That's funny and all, but like, you wouldn't do that in person, be real. Oh my god, that was insane. Wish Mactix would call me cute. I don't know, Mactix's creepy cute message is something else. To my knowledge, Plunder was not there. I don't know if he was there. If he was, he kept to himself. Oh, that was my bad. That's so my bad. Oh my god. That happened during the tourney? Kill me. Actually, kill me. Really rock this shit. I mogged Mactix. Mactix had like really, and I'm gonna say this before I say anything. These are real people. These are real people. Mactix is a wonderful person. He's a good guy. I have no problems against Mactix. But if I want to be back into comedy mode here, Mactix is like not very tall. He's not very tall and he has like a slumped posture. And I was like towering him. She's too PR brain chat. Bruh. Oh, kill me, I don't want to be rude to real people, bro. Kill me, I don't want to be rude to real people. People aren't real to me until I see them in real life, and then they are a real person. Mactix is now a real person to me. So is William. William's a goat, by the way. You nonchalantly mog him. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You felt my aura from a mile away. How tall are you? Well, I'm like around 5'11", 6 foot, but when I was at GCX for the first 2 days, I was wearing boots, and they make me like a foot or two taller. Not really. It make me like 6'2", 6'3". So yeah. He got a little bit mogged. Still getting hype mogged with the flip. Anyways, chat. I think I did good at SRL. I still think I got donked by an awful low chance bug. And that's why I didn't win. And it sucks. It sucks major. But at the same time, things happen. And we do not dwell on them. But from what I know from that competition is I know that I am literally the best. I'm literally the best. I was able to beat every single person up there, whether it's Curly, Cubs. I was able to beat them. Also, chat. I'm gonna start a controversy. I'm gonna start a controversy, chat. Cubs is a real person. Curly is a real person. Toity, real person, right? These are all real people. They're great people. I had wonderful, conversations with some of them. But I do have to say, them bringing their own mouses or mice to the SRL championship when they did not tell us beforehand if we were allowed or not to bring them, completely put it all in their favor, especially during the qualifiers. Because the mice we were given to use were like really old, beat up, and the DPI was really off, and they're like sticky. But all of them had their own mice. So the best players in the world, chat, Curly, Cubs, Scaredra wasn't there, but he was on call with them, right? They all brought their own mice. While I was racing on sticky, like, you know when you go to like your friend's house and they give you the spare controller and it's like covered in sweat and it's all sticky and like sticker residue? That's what I had to race on. Oh my god, I'm not getting a single trick boost to land here. God, I'm getting pushed like crazy. What is with this guy? I'm pushed again. Oh my god. I still got this though. He only beat me because he started pushing me like crazy. It's hard to see with the fusion rifle on his back. You look like Scarrow's sister. That's an interesting comment. I also learned from Cubs that the Scarecrow strat for Infinite Descent is lowering your frames to 30. So for the qualifier, they were limiting frames to get certain trick boosts that other people can't get without limiting frames. I was able to hit one once on the second round of qualifier that I did, but it was like already too late, so it didn't matter. I don't know. That Sparrow tournament was really mismanaged, especially because they didn't have a set map for the tournament. And they changed the rules of the tournament on the fly, which was really annoying. But, you know, I can complain about that stuff all I want, but I don't want to be a sore loser. I lost because of a bug, but I don't know, if I took like a more normal route that was slower that no one would ever take, then I wouldn't have gotten it, I guess. Are you the only 40 plus at GCX? No. I know one other person who's close to that. All I'm saying, chat, is if next GCX they decide to hold another Sparrow Championship, and they actually get guidance from people who play SRL instead of themselves, chat. That's insane. That's insane. That's insane. Next GCX. Yeah, it's whatever. Oh wait, chat, that's the same bug that killed me in my tournament right there. Same one. Any builds you got cooking up in that head of yours? No. Because there are no more builds. Like, we figured them all out. We figured them all out. The only thing you could run, other than the stuff that we've already found and gone and done and whatever, are just like slight differences that really don't mean anything. Or you're just like making the builds just straight up worse. Specifically because you want diversity. It's like, oh, I don't want to run the most popular thing, so let me make a really bad build and say, oh, it can still run this, so it's better. And that's the only thing you can really do. Like, chat, for Hunter, Vogue, Fortune's favorite prismatic is like the bare minimum. Like, there's little builds better than that. Like, that's kind of like the best you can do. Like, it literally, the Vogue set mogs every armor set in the entire game. Like, sure, I'm running like 2-piece, you know, Chaos 2-piece Krispy Kreme, right? But like, just run Vogue. just run Vogue. The infinite orbs and armor charge is like so strong that like nothing can get near it. Like, sure, you can do some stupid primary stuff with Fortune's Favor, with Chaos Reshaped and the Iron Banner 2-piece. But you will not have Fortune's Favor up consistently, so you won't even be able to get the 15% multiplier, like, all the time. So the Bog set mogs it completely. So the best hunter build in the entire game for every piece of content. I'm not talking about, oh, fealty's really, really good for this champ activity, whatever. I mean, like, in general, you can bring it into every single thing. What if I want to run something else? Then you're just going to have to deal with the fact that it is going to be worse. You can run other stuff for diversity, but it's going to be worse, just straight up. Like, I'm a big person that cares about fun, but I also really care about efficiency. Like, fun is cool, but I derive fun from being efficient. It's like, it's cool if your build is like flashy and fun and cool, but if it takes, you know, 70% longer to clear a battleground with that than it does running something else, I'm just not gonna run it. Like, I don't care how fun it is. I'm trying to play the game. I'm trying to play the game. I like a mix of both fun and efficient. That prayer would be different from build to build, but Bog Fortress Data, what do you say the priority be? Weapons. Weapons, weapons, weapons. See that trick, chat? That's a good one right there. I don't think you can do it on a 160 speed. I tried doing it first lap of the tournament, and then I realized that it's probably best not to, you know, risk death in a championship. No gate. Okay. I'm gonna get by this one. I'm gonna go real slow. So I gotta say, when you are on stage and they ask you a question for the mic for everyone to hear, it is the most stressful thing ever. Like, they put the mic to my face, asked me 3 questions to the whole crowd, and I had no idea what to say. Like, I'm literally just here to race on like a stinky, sticky computer. I'm not here to like talk to the crowd. If they wanted me to yap, I'd yap, but they asked me like specific questions and I had no answers for them. I gave a genuine response. When they said, "What's your strategy? You know, tell us what other people should do if they want to get better," and I said, hold S. Because holding S gives you a slightly more airtime to hit certain trick boosts that you couldn't hit otherwise. So that's a real strategy right there. I done gave a real strategy. Same for 200 weapons, or is there a value that's considered optimal? Around 170 is optimal. I've been, just to remind everyone, like GCX, I have not been playing Destiny. Like GCX, I was only on a computer for SRL tournament, and I was off of it otherwise. So I have not been playing the game for like a whole week. So if you're gonna ask me specific things like what, like the stat threshold, got it. But like whether you should run 60 weapons versus like 60 grenade to like push weapons stat to 200, I'm a little rusty right now. All right, I haven't been thinking about builds for quite some time. But I can check. See, where is it? Is this it? Yeah, okay, yeah. You want to run 60. You could go 60-60 here and go 200. I will say that, and I really should have stated this. I'm just gonna turn that off. I should have really stated this in the threat level video, that Vogue Fortune's Favor is not a build that only works with threat level and encrypted data disk. I very often de-equip encrypted data disk. Like, you have things in like Implement of Curiosity, where is it? Like Cauterized Darkness, right? Strander Stasis debuff non-boss combatants take increased solar damage. This makes it to where when an enemy has a stasis or strand debuff, they take, I think it's like 75 or 80% damage increase to that enemy. So if you're running that with a Vogue set and you have like a solar heavy, or let's say you're running like a dead messenger with solar, right? You can shred. Chat. Again, my goal for the channel is to hit 10,000, and then I'll split off and do anything else, like, whatever, right? I need at least one good... that mod doesn't work on bosses, apparently. Well, the mod says it doesn't work on bosses. It says non-boss combatants, so... it's whatever. But, like, I think I want to make an updated Dead Messenger build. I think I want to do that. I kind of have a... where is it? I have a Dead Messenger build right here that I was working on for a video before I left for GCX. I don't know if I'm going to continue to make that and publish it as a video. I was distracted. I'll still win though. Oh, I'm getting pushed. Never mind. Should still be fine. But like... yeah, build crafting is kind of at a stalemate. Like, be real, it's been like a month or so, or two, after the launch of Monument of Triumph. I would be surprised if there was anything we haven't discovered yet. Like, everything's been found. And that just be how it is. What the heck was that? What the what? I got full stop. That's insane. Whatever, bro. Full stop, let's go. Hitting invisible geometry. But yeah. You could technically like make builds on certain weapons or exotics that are like underappreciated. But like I said prior, I only care about builds that are both efficient and fun. Like, it doesn't matter. An exotic just dropped in that enemy, that's crazy. Maybe I can pick it up on this next lap. World's first exotic pickup in SRL. Incoming. Like, I try to make fun builds, but if they don't like solo a GM, then I don't care. Strand is still untouched ground. Let me bring out a Dado quote that, you know, you should live by. If you don't see something, there's a reason for it. Strand is awful on Hunter. Like, it's basically not usable. Like, it's that bad. Like, there is no circumstance where you should run Strand Hunter ever. Outside of, like, pure just you want to run Strand. There's no reason you should run it outside of just wanting to run it. It is garbage. It is the worst subclass. There's no reason to run it. You can run it for Grasp and the Tangles, which is cool and niche. It's alright. But sustainability is, like, not a thing, and you kind of have to be in a fire team to get the enemies off your back. Sorry, I had to pick up my exotic chat. One of the ability says generally best for Hunter. Fortune's favor on Prismatic with high weapon stat and Vogue armor set. That can literally do every single thing in the entire game flawlessly and have like the highest DPS in the entire game. And then if you want, you can switch off of Prismatic and just switch on to Void, and then you can have the highest damage in the game with Heart of the Most Light. Not Heart of the Most Light, say Hierarchy of Needs. Both start with H and have three letters, or 3 words. But Pokey, oh my god, Lupsum, hi! Hi Lupsum, hi!
10 seconds, end.
I gotta know. I don't think there's anything yet to be found in the game for Hunter. I think we've pretty much solved it. The Torch mod doesn't say anything about bosses, but it still doesn't work on them, sadly. Torch? You can explain to me what an artifact perk does and I'll know what it is, but if you give me a name for it, I won't. Do you want Day 1 Hierarchy Glazer, but now I'm low-key tired of seeing it? Hierarchy is just the best damaging weapon in the game. That's just how it is. Oh my god, guys, tree! 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 And, oh yeah, chat, I have one last update to the channel to be made around November 11th. And then from that point onwards, I think the channel will remain in a stagnant state. But it's cool, I swear. It's cool. Sag? Yeah, I'm sad too. It's like I should be streaming things that aren't Destiny. But it's simply that I am not into any other game but Destiny at the moment. When the next FromSoft game releases, maybe I'll stream that and maybe do builds for that. But outside of that, there's nothing really I'm too interested in terms of games. Campaign Evolved came out. I want to play that with Marcy, my beloved. Probably get all the achievements. I feel like everyone's on Pal World. Thing is, I don't follow like trends. I think Pal World's a mediocre game. Like a lot of people that like are content creators that aren't like big, and I don't want to say I'm big, I'm not that big, but they'll be like, oh, you know, just follow the next big thing, right? Like everyone's playing this, so I'm gonna play it, right? It's like, that's not how you... If you want to build a community, if you want trust, if you want all this stuff, don't just go to the next thing. Because then you're just treating it like a job. You're not treating it like a fun hobby or like a thing you like to do. There's no love in it, no fun in it, right? Like, I think when... And Marcy's gonna kill me. I know Marcy's gonna kill me. Because she was planning on streaming Combat Evolved tonight. But I was also planning to do my GCX stream today. Or tonight. She wants to stream Campaign Evolved. I want to stream some Destiny. Will I stream Campaign Evolved with Marcy? Probably. She wants to, so I'm gonna do her word because she's awesome and cool and the best thing ever, so I'm gonna do that. Thoughts on Fealty versus Vogue Fortunes? Just sold Lightblade with Hoyle Set Arachne with Saber. Well, to get a first thing out of the way, Lightsaber is not really a build, it's like a easy mode, I need a win, give me the dub kind of tool. Like if you... Like anyone who you see going for like solos of stuff are gonna be running that. Whatever. And then Fealty is if you want a ability focused build. Fog Fortunes is if you want to shoot your guns. I do think, because the thing is, Fealty is very strong, but it lacks precision. It's very much like an AoE spam ability build, whereas Vogue Fortunes is very direct. You're the one doing everything, you're the one shooting the bad guy, and you can kind of... Because another thing is, like, Fealty requires you to run something like Fighting Lion, Icebreaker, right? The stupid heavy gel, you'll never see me use it 'cause it's garbage. That's my opinion. You can use it and not be garbage. But like Vogue in Fortune's favor allows you to do a lot more. Because I can equip any artifact, any guns, any setup, right? And I'm good. I'm good. But Poki, a hypothetical question for you. How would you make a ruinous effigy build? You're gonna hate me saying this, but it is Fortune's favor. Fortune's favor to buff the trace, throw on the harsh refraction, so trace rifles deal like, it's like 30 or 50% depending on if they're exotic or legendary. Maybe it's like 100% with legendaries, I don't remember. Throw that on, and then just slam. Ruinous Effigy is kind of like a sword, kind of like a lightsaber, where it takes the place of your abilities. Speaking of Icebreaker, I got the Catalyst. It took me 5.5 hours from getting the exotic to getting the Catalyst. Well, you see, if you have a checkpoint bot with the Catalyst, then you can just grab the Catalyst like that. Hi. Oh my god, Malthus, hi. Not a hypothetical anymore. I tried that and it kind of sucked, unfortunately.
The enemy is everywhere.
Well, chat, it was on world record pace if it wasn't for that RNG wall. I ain't no bitch. Good, good. Play the game. Enjoy the catalyst run. Do the math and the wall puzzle.
Let nothing stop you.
Play the game to have fun, not just to get things done. That's how you're supposed to play the game, chat. Oh, bad. There's like some Ghost of New Voices SRL. I don't know.
Victory imminent.
It's a lot of reused lines. Oh my god. RNG wall. Hi. You literally could not see it with the light in the background. Chat, if it wasn't for the RNG walls, I could get an easy world record on Shining Sands again. I got a Shining Sands world record once in privates. I could definitely get a full one if it wasn't for the RNG walls. But that's kind of all about the map, so... My build is walking around with holding left click and juice Kvastov. Well, that's just the default build. Kvastov with targeting, autoloader, Iron Banner, Chaos... not Chaos Reshaped. It looks like Chaos Reshaped. The Salvation's Edge 2-piece and Fortune's Favor with Prismatic and the Radiant Orbs from the artifact is a default and normal build. That is the primary juicer build to kill champions with Kvastov. These side areas here back in D1, yes. That's why I know about them. They were there so you could do like some slipstreaming and sparrow flying after the match, but they removed the ability to use destabilizers. So no more. No more of that. We can't have fun. We don't allow fun anymore, chat. Ah, man, oh man. Man, oh man. When I am back acclimated to my home and my computer, I'll try to make a build video on something I find fun yet effective, but I'm not gonna force myself to do it, and it's probably gonna be a long time, like slowly work on it kind of project. Sparrows or skimmers are better for SRL. Do not use a skimmer ever. Skimmers are slower. They turn slower. They have a bigger hitbox. They are just way worse than sparrows. The only difference is that that hitbox, the skimmer, can bully Sparrow players and shove them around like crazy. But if you're not shoving Sparrow people out of the way, you are not winning. So, and that's how it be. So if the Sparrow person's in front of you, you cannot catch up on a skimmer. Ooh, that was just my bad. Oh, that was so my bad. Skill issue really showing right now. Holy. Going so quick the bitrate can't keep up? Yeah, that's probably a thing. Yeah, it's crazy that, like, while people were at GCX, they were still posting videos. Like, people pre-made videos to post while they were at GCX, and I found that, like, really funny. Like, I'd be, like, staring at llama, and then a llama video would be uploaded.
Victory imminent.
Got that automated, bruh. Does not sleep on the content. Does not sleep. That's pretty good if it wasn't for, like, crashing.
You gained the lead.
Can I stay on that YouTube grind? Yeah, I do. I do. It's just, chat, it's really hard to stay on that YouTube grind when you've got nothing to post. You want to see the build that I was looking into maybe turning into a post before GCX? Here it is. Do I have everything equipable? I do. You need a scuff version of your champ disintegrator build and it rips. I think the dead messenger build you made a while back would work. Well, you just tuned into the right stream. We're using Dead Messenger and updating the build. Alright, so chat. My goal was to take Dead Messenger, the strongest weapon in, like, the entire game. Just make up builds and lie to people, infinite content glitch. I'm not Mactix or Plunder, alright? I've gotta do this stuff manually. So, like, Dead Messenger, best gun in the game. And the new artifact supports it, but it supports it in a way that we are like iffy. So this build is a bit stinky. Probably just use that for the funny of it. So we are using curative orbs. Think of it. Okay, so rapid precision hits or rapid final blows on targets affected by jolt or blind will generate ionic traces. Okay. Every enemy we hit and kill with our dead messenger will be blinded. So every kill is going to spawn an ionic trace. That is going to give us ability energy, and it is going to proc curative orbs, giving us a lot of health. Then those blinded enemies also take a increased damage. Let me get the exact percentage here. Perks. 15% multiplicative damage boost. Okay. And then we have weaken clear. So when we shoot a champ with our dead messenger, they will get a 15% weaken. And then we have kinetic impact, sustained damage with a grenade launcher releases kinetic shockwave. Dead messenger, it counts as 3 hits and immediately activates kinetic impacts on every single kill. So this is like a, oh my god, no way, it's so basic. Like, oh my god, use the grenade artifact with the grenade launcher artifact with the grenade launcher. Whoa! But I don't think people are looking at the art compounding trace evidence curative orbs combination. Because you can easily proc, you can easily rock trace evidence and art compounding just with Spark of Beacons. So every enemy we kill is going to blind, and then those blinded enemies take increased damage and spawn ionic traces that give us ability energy back and do whatever, right? Blah, blah, blah. Who cares? And then we're just going to buff it by another 7% with stable resonance from the whatever. And then Crystocrene resupply, because it's just the best other 2-piece to run. High weapons and Mask of Backers to buff it by 33%. Lack of aspect synergy. Arc is combo blow or nothing. So it's really whatever. But the thing is, I'm thinking of switching to a cauterize dead messenger build. Because you could get the stasis buff. You can get a stasis buff from Winter's Shroud. And that'll buff it by 75%. So I will look into that next. But I don't know what else to run in here, but surely I can figure out a way to spread Unravel with Dead Messenger. Surely. Surely. This artifact has nothing. Actually, we can use Elemental Overdrive. It does stack. And then use Elemental Coalescence. Okay, I could see a vibe there. See a vibe. Buffing with Elemental Coalescence. Oh my god. This is the first time I've shot a gun since before GCX. All I've done is Sparrow Race. Like, it's good, chat. Like, it's good, very sustainable. You have a bit of DR. Actually, have quite a bit of DR. You've got a lot of damage stacking going on. I like it. I like it. But I definitely think we can do some elemental coalescence bowl. So let me try messing with that. So element overdrive. Picking up an elemental buff will increase damage show up as the same element. Okay. Should I be using Europa Arm instead of Kingsoul? Yes. Because it's bugged. Forever. Permanently. So this says it's a surge on the left side of the screen, but it's not actually a surge and does stack with surges, so we can stack this. Cauterize is going to be a 75%, and the elemental coalescence is going to make an elemental matching our super element. So we want to run a solar super to get solar that, and then we can run that, this. And these two don't matter. These two literally do nothing. How is it bugged? Instead of you being out of combat, it's in combat. It completely changes how it works. You guys have a solar super. Internal cooldown of fire sprites mess it up. We're gonna check. We're gonna check. And run faster awakening, so rapidly defeating light or darkness damage. Super don't die. Okay, so this is gonna make another one. Faster dawn for weakened smoke. Faster ruin for increased damage. I think this is all fine. And we get DR from Winter Shroud. That thing. Yeah, I mean, I'll check it out. You really have to rely on solar. Because then the other thing is, like, how do you... Like, restoration from orbs, radiant from smoke will activate the perk. The fundamentals. Okay. I guess the main thing is the 75% damage increase to slow targets. So you can like throw a dusk field down and then spam dead messenger. And it will deal 75% increased damage. And of course that would multiply with stable resonance. It would multiply with Mask of Bacchus, which Mask of Bacchus, now that we have slow, is going to buff our damage up to... Actually, it doesn't buff our damage at all. Because we're not running arc. Oh. So Mask of Bacchus does nothing. I mean, it'll still give us our daughters back. But then what else would you run? We need solar stuff. I mean, you could run Fortune's Favor to just further increase your damage, but then you can't get anything. You could run... No, you could not run Foe Tracer because you have no solar abilities. The answer is the classic Fortune's Favor. But that is unless Mask of Bacchus... I'm pretty sure Mask of Bacchus still works for this build. Even on solar, I'm pretty sure it still works. You don't get the damage buff, but you get the dodge cooldown being instantaneous, which allows you to wipe the floor with enemies. So, should still be Mask of Bacchus. Oh, but I'm not running I'm not running Arc Super. Okay, yeah, then it doesn't work out. Oh my god. Lessons needing to be learned. Okay, so it seems we have good shard generation. I need to slow you down. His damage was worth it. Speed loaders maybe? Speed loaders doesn't work with Dead Messenger. Ordnance favor it would work because turnabout exists. Yeah, no, you kind of need Mask of Bacchus. Mask of Bacchus makes it like so much easier for ag clear. Ridiculous. Okay, so let's go back to the drawing board, chat. Back to the drawing board. So the only reason we are running a solar super is because of elemental coalescence. But we're still gonna get elemental overdrive procs from Facet of Awakening on cooldown. So I guess we can run that. We don't need Bolt Charge because we're going for solar, but then how are we gonna then how do we get the 20% buff from the fundamentals active and applied? I mean, I guess it'd be through melee, but you don't get your melee back enough for that to actually be a thing. Like you'd have to use solar for that. Radiant Dance Machines does not work on anything but primaries after they nerfed it for PvP. Radiant Dance Machines used to be awesome before they turned into a PvP exotic. Now it's still good, but it literally only works on primaries. So RIP RDMs. Let me like check Cauterize. Yeah. So it is technically a weaken, but stacks with other weakens. %75% increased solar damage. RDM work with Fighting Lion. Is it a primary? Yes, it would work. But like I said prior, you know, some speed loaders does not work with Dead Messenger. Dead Messenger does not proc speed loaders.
Alright, Guardian. This is a smash and grab. Smash some hive, grab a chunk of submine.
And live to tell the tale.
Oh, but then it's still new. Okay, but we still want that. Like, Cauterized Darkness is cool. Like, it's a good buff. Like, 75% is a lot. It is a lot. But, like, I just think Arc is more consistent. I just think it's way more consistent. Like, you already... Like, we gotta talk about thresholds here. I think on Arc with Arc Compounding, you're in like Kinetic Shockwave, you're already hitting threshold. So you don't need more damage buffs. Like, Cauterizing Darkness being 75% damage debuff is like really, really good. But it just doesn't feel great, especially because the rest of the artifact is like completely useless. About balance of power? No. No. That would be really bad. That would hurt the build a ton. Because balance of power would multiply your dodge cooldown by like 2 times. So you'd get your dodge half as often, which means you wouldn't be able to proc Cauterized Darkness like at all. Ever. And plus, the only reason why you'd want to increase your damage by 75% would be a boss-like target. But like... why not 2-piece Pantheon consistency? Are you talking about the Fortune's Favor build? Because that would take away the Vogue set, and the Vogue set is literally the best set in the game. You wouldn't be able to have Fortune's Favor Overshield at all. You'd be losing a 15% damage buff for your champs and everything else. And you die a lot. Like, Vogue set is an Omega carry. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I like Dead Messenger. It's cool. But like every hunter build boils down to Fortune's Favor. Like you could say, let's say you throw away the dodge ad clear of Mask of Bacchus, you throw away Arc Compounding, you throw away all of that, and instead you trade it for Cauterized Darkness, right? You'd probably be running Fortune's Favor on Prismatic. But even then, there's like, you'd have to run like a Solar Super, and yeah, it's just, I just think it's a lot of effort and a lot of work that leads to nothing. I think it was a good experiment to try out, but I think it's too much. Dead Messenger always start out in Void no matter what? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Like, I don't know what I could really change. Like, when it came to the Dead Messenger video I posted, it was like a toss-up between Arc and Prismatic because they were like kinda similar, but Prismatic just had like a little bit more going for it. But Arc Compounding kinda just like puts the nail in the coffin, because every enemy is blinded, so every enemy's damage gets multiplied by 15% with Dead Messenger. I guess the thing is, I want to separate myself as much as possible from the original build, while still keeping the general theme and efficiency the exact same. because I don't want to repost. I never want to post the same thing twice. There has to be like a very obvious difference between the two things. And I don't know if there's too much of a difference between them. Full Void just be bad? Void Hunter is only good for damage. For Ag and everything, you should really be using another subclass. Gemini Jester? Gemini Jester is useless. Useless. An exotic that flashes a white light on other players' screens around you, as long as they're their enemies, is not useful in PvE. And you could say, oh, but it disorients. Yeah, but the disorient on Gemini Jester lasts like half a second because of PvP. So you literally can't capitalize on it, even if you're running like... There's like an armor set that gives like 100% damage increase of primaries against disoriented combatants. Like, the disorient lasts like half a second. Like, it doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. I don't know. Like, I come to the same conclusion. Like, every time I try to build craft, I just come to the conclusion that we figured out everything. No matter how much you build craft, you cannot create something better than what we already have. And a lot of hunter exotics are just mid. What if we look at every hunter exotic on the list? We've done that like for like 4 streams in a row, and we've found nothing. It's not gonna change. Relativism is like the most interesting one, but it, again, nothing ever changes. Nothing ever happens. Oh, in chat, I updated the inmost Wormhusk build. I updated it. Will I be posting an updated version? No. No, I won't. Gatekeeper? Sorry, I don't want to repost the same video like 100 times in a row. Like, all it is a little bit of like a change in priority, and a change in armor set bonuses. That's it. That's it. I've been enjoying Shinobu's with Symmetry. I think Symmetry's a great weapon. I think Shinobu's is massive copium. You'll feed us slop and we will like it. I do not feed my people slop. I'm sorry. I just... Morally, I can't do it without feeling like really bad. If I don't post a genuine, I don't post at all. Sorry to say. Not repost, you just posted dim link in the big cord. Yeah, it's probably true. It's just I did most of my updating and build stuff right before GCX and then I left. So I literally just sat down at my computer after GCX. Played like a few like 2 matches of SRL and hopped off and then I literally just started the stream like hours later. I ain't got nothing planned. I ain't got nothing at all planned, so it is what it is. It is what it is. Do you want to do it your own pace, Shoddy? Just give me recommendations. I mean, I'll post it, sure, but just I won't be defending it with my life. This message is highlighted. Okay. Okay. Well, chat, I just love Destiny 2. My favorite game ever. Oh, that whiff is insane. Why is my gun not hitting enemy? Why is my gun not hitting enemy? Is this ornament bad, chat? Is this ornament pay to lose? And watcher clicking the stream as a melee FNAF jumpscare 10 out of 10. Is there potential for Frosty's stasis build? No. Because of PvP, Frosty's was built in a way in which it takes like way too long. Basically, Frosty's is equivalent to the 4-piece of Crystocrene in terms of like Frost armor generation, aka it's not good at all. And the damage buff is like nothing. Just having stuff to do in D2? Yeah, D2 is officially like over. Explaining to a friend how D2 is always carried by farm new stuff so I can do new content. Now that we're not getting any time, content is kind of joke for most players, yeah. Like, the only reason I did build crafting was to fulfill purposes. It's usually like contest raid builds or contest dungeon builds, and all I would do is prep for the next contest activity. And then I'd do conquests, and I'd make a build to do all the conquests with, and then I just post them. But now that there's no contest raids or dungeons, and the conquests, like, let's be real, chat. Conquests are not farmed. Conquests are done once, and then you don't do it ever again. And lightsaber literally exists, so you don't need to build to run conquests. You just equip the lightsaber. So conquest builds don't really need to exist because lightsaber exists. And if you're like, oh, but I want to run a conquest with something else, like, you're gonna run it once and never again. You don't need to have fun. You're just doing it to, like, check off a list. You can go do GMs if you want to have fun. Well, like, there's nothing to make builds for in the game. Like, GM cycle is set. There's no new GMs. The GMs that are here, the GMs that are going to be here forever. Which means there's nothing new to look forward to. There's no GM that's going to be like, oh, it's so hard. We need to, like, a really good build to get past it or to solo it. No, Fortune Saver will just solo everything with the log set. Like, it's whatever. So yeah, there's nothing really to make videos on, which is sad. Like, after the last video, which was like, you know, Forsen's Vlog, there's like nothing else to post. I'm not gonna pull a Mactix or a Llama or a Plunder and post just garbage builds just to post something, because that's just, like, really disingenuous. I want to post things that are good. And if I'm making a video that's not something good, I make it very known. I was thinking of doing a sequel to the video where we use the most used hunter build in the game, because now that the game has settled down, we now know that the highest percent most used hunter build in the game is for the future, forever, right? I thought it'd be fun to return to that idea and maybe do it better than I did last time. Now it's weird doing a sequel on that video because that video performed awfully, performed really poorly. But what did I expect? You know, it's not like a best build in the game. Can I / join you? I'm not going to be playing anything, and most things are not going to be co-op, so I don't know why you would. Can if you want, but there's no reason to. I'll probably boot you when I load into something solo. Benoy, chat. Benoy. I'm all ears. Holy shit, 92k Bright Dust. When I started Monument of Triumph, I had, I think, 135 or 150,000 Bright Dust. Something around there. Benoy. RG Benoy. Okay, do the bunny suit now. Hold up. God, what are the gauntlets for the bunny suit? I remember. Blah 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 blah. Where's the racing suits? Why can't I see myself? How am I supposed to do fashion when I can't see myself, bruh? I have to equip this stuff and then leave the inventory. Wow, okay. Bunny suit. Bunny suit. Ugh. Hello, Slop Pokey. Hi, Salty. Welcome to the stream. I'm so glad you're here. Vinoy ears look like the perfect place for two giant eye emojis. This is true. This is true. What did we talk about? We talked about nothing. We talked about nothing. You know, Banana, people had to hear that in real life at GCX. Your breath's mad hot. Oh, you're using a build with that gun. I don't think I'm gonna be able to talk to you anymore. I'm sorry. You're using a lightsaber in my fire team? I'm good, thank you. I'll just go and find another team. It's okay. Pokey is the reason everyone got sick? I'm not sick. I'm not sick. Dude, turn off this song, bro. Alright, chat. Well, there's nothing more for me to do. GCX was cool. Will was awesome. I lost the Sparrow race due to a bug. I hate to see it. I hate to see it. I might turn my bugged death from the live stream of the Sparrow Championship into a GIF for Discord. Because I love laughing at my own failure. Play Dench Attack instead. That game looks great. I might play that game in the future. OLED Rock Thunderlord in my Pantheon run, but he was funny, so we love him. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Anyway, chat, I think I'm gonna end stream early. Like I said prior, I only stream if I have something to do. I have nothing to do. I just wanted to talk about GCX, talk about the Sparrow race and why I lost it. So yeah, I've talked about everything I want to talk about, and I'm still feeling the separation from people from GCX. So I'm pretty sad right now GCX feels like going to the tower. Everyone you know is there. If you want a game recommendation, try Marta. Alright, Steam store. Let me look this up. Marta. Ooh, this looks cool. Non-linear FPS adventure is strange. Otherworldly, explore a vast selection of unique environments, slay an enormous cast of bizarre creatures, look at your arsenal of multifaceted weapons. This looks really cool. It's got boobies in it. Holy. We played Remnant 2? Yeah. I finished everything in the game on like Xbox, and then they released like 10 DLCs. I really just want to play Campaign Evolved with my beloved, and that's about it. That's all I want to do. That and start Persona 3 at some point. But I'm not going to stream that. Alright, chat. Good night. Have a great time. I'm still going to be figuring out what to do for the channel. I need to upload like one more video. And aside from that, that's about it. If no video gets posted and no stream happens, on November 11th, there will be the last visual update to the channel, probably forever. So if you want something to look forward to in regards to this channel, I guess look forward to that. But aside from that, that's about it. Alright, chat. Bye-bye. 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 I need a big one about updating all your old builds. It's a good idea. I'll look into that. Thanks for the idea, Banana. Alright, bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.